Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. So we're going to be working on this sketch, and I wanted to make it a Valentine's Day card. And so what I decided to do was take my toner sheets, and I'm cutting 6 of the hearts out. I decided to do like a medium size, small, and then I guess it would be considered like the tiniest out of my heart dies. And I'm going to grab my mink tool and get it heated up to number 4. And then once I get it into my transfer sheet, I'm going to just run it through real quick. And I sped up this video because actually sitting there and watching it go through, it does take, not that it takes a long time, but it's slow, you know. And I always like to run it through twice, just in case, you know, something didn't stick or anything like that. So the magic is once you peel off the foil, you get these beautiful red shiny hearts. Now on this one, there was 2 spots on the big heart, and I want to say the medium heart, that didn't foil all the way. So I just wanted it to go through one more time before I peeled it all off. And if there is any type of mistake or boo-boo on it, then, you know, I'll just figure out how to, you know, cover it when I go to make the card. So once you have your pieces, your toner sheets in the transfer sheet, and you have your cut foil, then all you do is you lay your foil so that the shiny, pretty side is facing up. Okay, it's very important. So that way when the foil adheres to the toner, you have the shiny, pretty red on top. And then one more time. And I set my heat setting on 4. I know some people set it on 3, and I've even seen some people set it on 5, but 4 seemed to work the best for me. And then I'm just peeling it off, and there you have it. Foiling is so much fun, and it's super easy, and we'll talk more about that actually as we go on. Now, on the sides of the card here, I did the 5x7, and at first I was going to do it up and down, and then I decided that I liked it more on the horizontal, so I'm just placing down, trying to make sure that everything's going to pan out or work out the way that I want. And on there, I was just looking to see how wide I wanted to make that piece that goes down the center. I knew, at first I did it at 3 inches, and then I realized it was too wide. So I think the final measurement wound up being like 2.5. And then for the center card, I started out, I always like to go big and then go down small. Because if you cut it too small, you know, you have nowhere to go from there. So I initially did the 4x4 square. And then when I saw that that was too big, I cut it down by 1/4 inches. And I want to say on this one, it wound up being 3.5 by 3.5 on the final square. And then once I got it to the size I wanted, I grabbed this Kaiser Craft. It was from the Sea Breeze collection. The flower, and I grabbed a Happy Valentine's Day from another set that was in my stash. And the cool thing on this, I covered up the leaves with just some clear tape and inked up the flower in the red and then stamped down. And the best part about having the Misty, I can then take a green, ink up the leaves, and stamp again, have it move the paper or the stamp, and you get a perfect stamp. You don't have to keep measuring or, you know, move stuff around. It really does allow you to do a lot of different techniques with the Misty tool or any stamping tool that you may have. And then we just stamped the Happy Valentine's Day, so that's the close-up. So now we're going to go ahead and start putting everything basically together. So I'm attaching my base sheet to a white border or a white mat, so that way it has a little bit of dimension. And then I'm attaching that to our 5x7 card. And then with this particular paper line, there were 2 sticker sheets. It was an Echo Park love story. I think I got this from the shop like 2 or 3 years ago, the Scrapbooking with Me boutique shop. And instead of putting down another pattern paper, I thought it would be cool to actually use the sticker border. And then we're going to attach this sheet, which is the one that I cut down to 2.5, and then we're going to attach our focal piece. Now with the focal piece, I decided to leave it flat because I knew I wanted to give dimension to the hearts. So right now I'm just kind of playing with the hearts, making sure everything is, you know, laying down how I wanted it. And once I figured out placement, then I'm going to go ahead and actually tape the largest heart down with the tape runner. The second heart, I'm going to use just 3 dimensionals on the back. And on the smallest one, I'm actually going to use 2 stacked on top of each other. So it gives it a little bit more dimension, you know, almost like a 3D look. And then we're just going to do the same thing with the hearts in the upper left corner. And what I decided to do here was I prepped the dimensionals on the back, tape down the big one, attach the middle, and then the smaller heart. And on that one, I put it down just a little bit further. I didn't want that one particularly right on top. Okay, so on the sketch, there were 2 little strips at the top right and the top or bottom left. And I was thinking that I wanted to do some foiling. So I grabbed the Nouveau glue pen and I am laying down the glue on this white sheet. And then once you put the glue down, you got to let it dry till it's tacky. Not wet, but just tacky. Here's the deal, and what I've learned in doing this is that if you don't put down a clear coat, then your foil is not going to stick smoothly. I generally like to use double-sided tape for this. I couldn't find mine because I've been cleaning up, and of course, you know, when you clean up, a lot of times you can't remember where you put stuff. So at the time of the video, I couldn't find it. But right now, what you're seeing there is the spots where I didn't put down glue, even though it looked like I had, you know, some glue down there. And then right here, what I did is I took my ATG tape runner and put down some of the tape and laid down the foil. And see, and that wasn't too bad. The only problem was I didn't put enough tape down and I didn't put it down evenly. So I gave that up and decided to go back to the sticker sheet. And on the sticker sheet, there were a couple of different banners that were plain. And then there were some banners that had words on it. So with the way that the words were printed, I wind up moving the 2 that I just put down on the card to the upper right. And I put the 2 words on the bottom left so that way they would line up to the edge. Which is what we're doing right here. And there's the card. Very simple, but lots of fun. And how can you not love the foil, right? It's something that is definitely fun to play with. You guys, if you don't have a laminator or you don't have the Mink tool, then just get you some double-sided tape and you can still create some wonderful details and creations, okay? So thank you for joining me. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and please share. And I will see you guys with our next video, which will be this Sunday. And I'm so excited because I don't know if by the time the video is up, we'll be at 400, but we are really, really close to that 500 mark, you guys. So excited. All right. Talk to you later.